So you just opened up an Easy Equities account and now you're thinking, what can I actually invest in using this account? Well, there's plenty of things that you can actually invest in using your Easy Equities account. And in this video, I'm not just going to be telling you about these things, but I'm actually going to be showing you what you can invest in on the Easy Equities account, the different types of assets that you can invest in. So to do that, I'm going to share my screen with you guys and you guys can just simply follow along. So let's go.
So we are now on the Easy Equities account, all right, so Easy Equities platform. But before we go through that, I want us to first understand how are assets categorized. So we have a special term that we use called assets class. Basically, it's how assets, those things that you invest in, are categorized. So they put into groups based on what they are. So groups of common things. And so the first group that you get is shares. We all know this. This is like the thing that everybody wants to invest in. Basically, shares are units of ownership in a company. Then you get bonds. Basically, you borrow money to the government or a company and they pay you an interest plus your money back so you can invest in bonds. Then you get commodities, which are raw materials that can be stored and used. So that will be your gold, oil, corn, wheat, coffee, and there's quite a long list of them. Then you get real estate, which is immovable assets. So that's land and buildings. And then you get digital assets, so NFTs, so non-fungible tokens, and cryptocurrencies. And then lastly, you get currencies, which is basically money. You can find these on Easy Equities, but you have to know your way around the platform to actually know what you're looking for. So let's start. Let's look at shares. Everybody who has the account, I'm sure, knows this part, so I'm not going to spend too much on it. Shares, you just click on equities, regardless of if you're using your Easy Equities South African account or American or Australian. You just press on equities, and obviously equities are divided into different types of industries, and then you get a long list of shares that you can scroll through, all right, and flip the page as well. So that's companies. If you want to invest in companies, that's how you do it. To invest in bonds and commodities, you have to use ETFs. So we're going to start with bonds. The easiest way to do it is just to search for the word bond, all right? And then voila, you will get a list of bonds that you can invest in. So you'll click on ETFs, and then on the search box over there, you'll just type bond. That's one way to find bonds. Right. So with commodities, you actually have to specifically know what commodities are you looking for. So you can type gold, and then voila, you get gold. You can type, say, palladium, and then you get palladium. You can type maybe rhodium, and then you get rhodium, right? That's if you want to directly invest in the commodity, you can do it that way. With real estate, the way to invest in real estate in Easy Equities, you can use the Easy Properties ZAR account. Basically allows you to buy shares of apartments. But of course, this is not listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange or any stock exchange for that matter. And I want to deal with assets that you'll find at a stock exchange. So with property, you can invest in companies called Real Estate Investment Trust. These are companies basically that buy properties, rent them out, collect the rent, and then give it to shareholders in the form of a dividend. And to find those, you'll just press on equities and then click here, Real Estate Investment Trust. Then you'll get a nice list of all the REITs that are available in South Africa. Most of them are in things like shopping centers. You get those like Entry Place who are like in residential property, so they rent out apartments. Then you get Growth Points, shopping centers. They also just recently entered student accommodation as well. So that's how you would get into the property space, by just buying shares of Real Estate Investment Trust. Then with digital assets and currencies, the way you're going to do that, let's start with digital assets. You'll just click there on crypto. There's literally only one way, and that is to buy the EC10, which has a list of the top 10 cryptocurrencies in the market, right? So you can see the list over there. If you click show more, you can see a list of the cryptocurrencies that are part of this index token. Now with currencies, people tend to not actually know, but you can buy 3 currencies on the Easy Equities platform using ETNs, which stands for Exchange Traded Note, right? So ETNs are contracts issued by institutions, then they track the price of a particular asset. In this case, it would be a currency. So if I just type USD, I get US dollar. All right. You can also type Great British Pound, GBP, and then voila, and you can also get the euro. When you buy these, you're essentially just tracking the price of the currency, the value of the currency. So basically you are invested in the currency. So that's how you get the different types of assets on Easy Equities. One last tip before you go: when you invest in ETFs, it's important to actually know what's in them. I'm still going to do a more extensive video on this, but the easiest way to find out what's in an ETF is you just simply Google its name, right? So you can see here, we got Satrix Divi. You Google its name, and then you add the letters MDD, right, which stands for Minimum Disclosure Document. And the top result that will show up will be a PDF file, which is the fund fact sheet, all right? And then you can view it, and you'll see what's in the ETF. So what shares or assets are in the ETF that you are really investing in when you buy it. So you can do that with all the ETFs that are on the platform. Just go to Google, type the name of the ETF, and add the letters MDD, and then you'll be able to get some good information. So that's it for today. Hope everybody enjoys their weekend. And if you like videos like this, then subscribe on YouTube and follow on Instagram. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Goodbye.